As our journey continues, we will attend a special birthday ceremony, visit an old-fashioned market, and head south to visit a hero. Low-lying Tianjin has always been well known for its numerous waterways. Within the municipality, the Northern Canal, which is a section of China's Grand Canal, joins with the Yongding River. The Southern Canal, which is also part of the Grand Canal, joins with the Daqing and Ziya rivers. All 5 waterways eventually flow into the Sancha estuary, which then empties into the Bohai Sea. In the old days, ships navigating this network would berth at one of a large number of wharves. Merchants who travelled downriver from China's interior and up the Grand Canal from the south came together in a meeting of regional cultures to do business and socialise near the place where they docked. Wharf culture was therefore a vital part of the life of the city. Mazu is the Chinese sea goddess, regarded by her followers as a powerful and benevolent Queen of Heaven. On the 23rd day of the 3rd month in the traditional Chinese lunar calendar, locals gather here at a temple dedicated to Mazu to celebrate her birthday. Traditionally worshipped in southern China as the protector of sailors and fishermen, the Tianjin temple in her honor was built 700 years ago. Today, it's the only Mazu temple in northern China. China's Grand Canal connects Tianjin with Beijing in the north and with the provinces of Shandong, Jiangsu and Zhejiang in the south. It was built between the 13th and 17th centuries and emerged as the nation's most important channel for freight. It was also a route for boatmen to bring the worship of Mazu to the north. Mazu has long since been a part of local culture. On her birthday, people gather here in the temple to stage splendid opera shows and feast on noodles and dumplings. With the arrival of new modes of transport, Tianjin's wharves and the culture that went with them largely disappeared. The city's markets, however, remain as vibrant as ever. One particularly lively market is the Gulou Antiques Market. It's open every Thursday morning when it attracts thousands of visitors eager to buy beautiful art objects with which to decorate their houses. If they're not sure what to buy, visitors can simply stroll around or chat with peddlers and admire their wares. Removed from the city's main thoroughfares, the bustling street market is one of many similar scenes that can be found in Tianjin on any given morning. Some trends have gone with the times, but some stay in vogue all the time. Another ancient tradition maintained in Tianjin is martial arts. The legendary master Bo Yuanjia was a native son of this city. A practitioner of the Mi-Zong-Yi style of combat, he became a hero for defeating foreign fighters in highly publicized bouts and has since been the subject of countless kung fu movies. Today, both foreigners and locals flock to study at an academy founded in his honor, the Bo Yuanjia Civil and Military School. Their goal is to attain the old master's level of discipline and, perhaps, some of the glory he won as well. As darkness approaches, our flight returns to the city centre to pass over an unusual river crossing that is now one of Tianjin's best-known landmarks. In 2007, a giant Ferris wheel called the Tianjin Eye was built above the Yongle Bridge here. It's 120 metres high, and a complete rotation takes about 30 minutes. Many visitors think a ride on the Tianjin Eye at dusk is the best way to take in the city. As their passenger car rises slowly up into the gathering darkness, the full beauty of the illuminated metropolis comes into view. Far below, boats on the Haihe River sail into the night. At this very moment, the eye has frozen the past of this city. A journey along Tianjin's coastline can bring surprises. From the deep berths of the city's docks, we will fly to a distinctive lighthouse. Then, after passing over an artificial beach, we will proceed to a unique centre of entertainment. In Imperial China, Tianjin thrived as a port along the Grand Canal. When smaller boats that could sail into the city were replaced by much larger ocean-going vessels, it was well placed to meet the change. In 1951, dredging and reclamation began, and China's largest artificial deepwater port was built. Today, it ranks among the world's top 10 in terms of cargo throughput. This departing ship, even without its cargo of liquefied natural gas, weighs more than 30,000 tons. Steering such a giant vessel out of the harbour requires skillful and precise control. With the ship's engines turned off, 3 tugboats, tiny in comparison, pull it slowly out to sea. A pilot is coordinating their movements via radio from the ship's bridge. When the ship has cleared the harbour, he is hoisted onto a helicopter and then taken back to the port, ready to guide the next big vessel that comes along. The job has been completed and it's time to say goodbye. Pilot and ship depart in opposite directions. In the port of Tianjin in 2019 alone, the same task was completed more than 18,000 times. Following a smaller boat far out to sea, a red and white striped tower comes into view. This is the Dagu Lighthouse. Completed in 1978, it is the first view of China that many mariners take in. It's 56 meters high, with its bottom 20 meters hidden underwater. The keepers of this lighthouse work in shifts of 28 days, a practice that has been followed for all of its 42 years. These days, of course, ships use global positioning satellites to navigate. But the Dagu Lighthouse remains in operation. It is a beacon shining in the night to remind them that the port is right ahead. Ideally, every coastal city should have a beach of golden sand where its residents can relax during summer weekends. However, almost every inch of Tianjin's 153-kilometre-long coastline was originally silty sludge. Fine sand was shipped in from the southern coastal province of Fujian to create China's largest artificial beach, here at Dongjiang Bay. A special sea barrier was built to prevent the sand being washed away. With activities on offer including motorboarding and windsurfing, locals have welcomed the facility. After China's biggest man-made beach, another unusual attraction on Tianjin's coast is the Kiev. It is a decommissioned aircraft carrier that's been converted into a theme park. Originally part of the Soviet Navy, in 1996 she was sold to a Chinese theme park operator and docked permanently here as the centre of a number of lively attractions. Today, the Kiev brings joy to visitors, a far cry from her 20 years patrolling the Black Sea, Mediterranean and Atlantic Ocean.